Wow, guys. You are the masters of your own life. You are the masters of your own choices, of your own paths, of whatever needs to be done, whatever obstacle course there is. You handle it. You know how to deal with it. I think a lot of you guys will even just find joy in like whatever challenges, because I feel like, oh, there's an overturn card. Mm-hmm. Okay, well, you're coming out then. I think for some of you guys, there's gonna be challenges at work, or yeah, it's like work or just like in your life. There's gonna be stuff you'll have to deal with, and you're gonna be, and it might be complicated, or it might be tricky. It might be trippy. It might be trippy. It might be tricky to deal with it. But I think a lot of you guys, well, first off, all of you know how to do it. All of you know how to, do the obstacle course. Most of you will even just enjoy it. You will revel in your own skill of just making it work. Or whatever it is that is gonna cause you, like, it's gonna be like a challenge. For some signs, like the card feels like, well, the cards. It feels like for some of you it will feel like a challenge in a bad way, but for most of you it's just like, oh yes, a challenge. In a positive, in a great way where you love to be challenged yourself. I wouldn't mind another card though, come on. I feel like I have to keep shuffling. I've technically reached my average card per reading threshold, but okay. So there's going to be smaller outside challenges for you to face in your work, in the material world, basically. You're going to be faced with stuff that's like a bit of a challenge to deal with, but you are glorious and competent and intuitive and skillful, and you are the master of your own universe, essentially. And this will feel like a fun challenge to you. Like an obstacle course, yeah, but one that feels like you will revel in your own skill of dealing with it, whatever it is. Yeah, for a while, unfortunately. I'm sorry. I just noticed, and these cards actually fell out in the backwards order. Unfortunately. Well, you are going to be reveling about how amazing you are at dealing with all the stuff. This is a backwards order of progression. It will get more complicated quicker than you might have hoped for, unfortunately. You are the master of your own domain. In the beginning of September especially, the master of your own domain, the ruler of your kingdom. You're fabulous in it. But stuff's gonna get more challenging not too quick, but it's gonna get harder to do, and there's gonna be more actual work required, unfortunately. I don't know. More work is gonna be required, but it doesn't feel like you're not gonna be able to handle it. No, you will be able to handle it, but it'll require, I don't know, somebody else to help you, or a new solution, or a new way to go about it, or a particular tool that's just sharp as an ace of swords and to just cut through all of it at the same time. The card that I was compelled to keep shuffling to get was, well, apparently the Ten of Wands, which is on the other end of the spectrum, the last card of the numbers progression of the Wands deck. Which implies you don't need to be alone in carrying all of this. It's gonna start out great, and you're gonna be doing really good with dealing with it, and you're gonna be like reveling in how good you're dealing with everything, with all the stuff that you need to do, with all the work you need to be doing, with all, I don't know, responsibilities, with your daily workload, not just in work, but like in day-to-day life. And then it's gonna get just a slow progression of more and more complicated. It's gonna wear on you for a bit. You don't have to keep chugging all of it, is what I'm trying to say. Because at the bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Cups. Well, I was looking at the Three of Swords. I was thinking, what are you about? I don't think it's about anything. Other people are there to actually help you with that workload. If something's too much, you don't have to keep going, is basically what I'm trying to say. If it's too much, if whatever it is you're dealing with in your life, or just like your day-to-day life, if whatever it is, it's too much, you have other people around you to help you with it. Or alternatively, just go out for drinks with a person you haven't seen in a long time or something. That too. This is a reunion card, so. I'm interested why, because beneath the Three of Cups, there's a Three of Swords, and I don't know why, but it feels like something's gonna make you feel, this is not about other people, like, stabbing you through the heart or something. No, this is about triangulation again. I don't know why. But the Three of Swords actually feels relevant, so I'm gonna keep on shuffling, apparently. I think you're afraid of something. I think you're afraid of something happening with other people. Not like other people are going to betray you, but you're going to end up being hurt about it, about something. Or just you're going to end up being hurt. And not like on purpose. What is it with you guys? The Three of Swords is something that you're afraid of. You're afraid of being stuck in a triangle situation. You're afraid of, I don't know, stuck between a rock and a hard place, or two people, or two opinions, or two worldviews, or I don't know. It feels like people. This feels like an extended reading, and I don't do extended readings. What are you on about? You're not good with trusting other people, are you? I feel like you guys feel, yeah. You feel safe when you get to be the master of your own kingdom, but you're not particularly too good with trusting other people to deal with it as well. Like, trusting with other people is actually something there's no, this is just a fact. You have to be in control of it, otherwise you feel like you have to be in control of the Ten of Wands, of the like too much work. And no matter how hard the cards are saying, look, there's other people around to help you, there's other people you can trust, I think a lot of you guys are afraid of that. Afraid of trusting, afraid of asking for help. Well, not asking for help, but afraid of trust, exactly. Afraid of trusting the other people to do you right. To do right by you, to do whatever needs to be done, or to just not to not fuck you over at some point. Or it's like a battle of personalities where the people you have to trust, I don't know. You're like, their egos are too big to, do this right, or their egos are too big to not end up trying to fuck you over or something. Then you've got to stay in control of everything, otherwise you feel like... Jeez. Otherwise you feel like this. Piranha's at your feet. You can't really go anywhere. This is ending on a sour note, apparently. Another one. I'm gonna pull an Angelarium Oracle card for you because... Oh, well, apparently you. Scorched Earth Policy. No, it's Illumination. Oh. Let's see. You have to learn how to trust people, even the ones that aren't closest to you, even if you have to do so quite begrudgingly. You have to trust people. You can't do Scorched Earth Policy on everything. You can't go, oh, there it is, that's the small mistake, or there's something very small about their behavior that doesn't sit okay with me, and didn't just go, burn it all, then just burn it all. Give up on it, try again with something different, someone else, or just don't try with anyone else ever again. You can't do that. I'm saying that as a person and not as like what the cards are telling me. No, I'm saying that as me. You can't Scorched Earth Policy your relationships with other people, or your companionships with other people, or your work relationships, or any kind of relationship. You can't. This one's about... Geez, you're gonna have to end up facing yourself about this too. That you might have control issues, some of you. Or you only trust yourself to do the best job at something. That ends on a sour note. I want to take another tarot card, but from a different deck. Which one? Druidcraft. Let's get the normally huge cards that I just can't. I can't mutilate these. Why? Mutilation. Different tarot deck. Apparently you guys are getting special treatment because I haven't been pulling this many cards for any other sign so far, and you guys are getting special treatment. Anything else? It's just funny. This is you. This is your card. The Strength card. You don't have to scorched earth policy everything. You know how to, like, you're strong. You don't need, like, look, the dagger is behind on the ground. You don't need a dagger to intimidate the boar. You don't need scorched earth policy or just the ultimate cleansing to just handle stuff when it gets too much, or handle people when they disappoint you or don't or meet your expectations of disappointing you. Talk with somebody else about it if this happens. This is a very odd reading for you guys. I'm sorry. I can't keep myself in any frames, apparently. Talk with somebody else to help you figure it out. You can't burn the person because they didn't quite live up to your personal standards of how things should be handled, or how things should be done, or what needs to be said, how a person should behave, etc., etc. Especially don't act out because you are swaddled with work and then it just creates more stress in your life, and that causes you to lash out in any way. Bad idea for September. I just kind of wish like this would just keep going for you forever. Like the reading would have stopped at like the Six of Wands at this point. This is not it's not grim, but it's a tough thing to read. Jeez, sorry Leo, this was a very weird reading for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a comment, do YouTube things, blah blah.